Well, today we're going to be sculpting a stylized head. Alright, let's get right into it, shall we? So, I have a bunch of random references currently propped up on my second monitor, but I don't really have a particular look that I'm going for, or particular subject that I'm going for. All I know is that I want to create something that is stylized, probably more on the angular side. Let me just close some of these softwares that I have running in the back. Okay, there we go. Alright. Wait, actually, let me just double check that I'm live. There we go. Let me just lower the music a tad bit. There we go. I am live. I am... What about YouTube? Yep. Your channel. Okay, great. We should be live. I hope I am. Let me just... There we go. Okay, great. Let's get right into it, shall we? So like I said, hi, Justice. Hello. I keep butchering your name. Sorry about that. Again, like I said, I don't have a particular subject that I'm trying to sculpt today. Well, the goal here is to just sculpt a stylized head. And today's stylized head is going to be of a male. And then some other time we'll do a female head sculpt, because I'm in dire need of brushing that up. Yo, Denji, what's up? Today you made it on time. I did indeed. How are you doing, Denji? How are all of you doing? So yeah, I think I want to give this subject a more angular look. It's going to be very, very stylized. It's kind of like the whole point anyway. Van Sculpts. Naki, how are you? I'm doing good. I am doing good. I'm still actively working on the boots of the protagonist, but it's turning out good. Finally. And I think the next time I go live... No, sorry. The next time I stream the protagonist, I'm hoping that it'll be about the rigging. So, my intent is to probably do as many sculpting streams as possible, just to, you know, get people to watch the streams, because people are watching the VODs of the sculpts more so than the protagonist whip, which totally makes sense, by the way. So yeah, I kind of want to do that, and then I'll spend the rest of my time offline to work on the protagonist. And so the next time you guys see the protagonist, it'll likely be the rigging stage. That's the goal. What's the character today? Sorry, can you share the sheet? I don't have a specific character in mind. Again, it's a stylized head, but based on a bunch of random pictures. I don't have a particular subject that I'm going for. All I know is that I want this subject to be on the more angular side. Something pointy. And I'm gonna try sculpting him in under... Well, let's do 3 hours. Under 3 hours, but really I want to do it under 2 hours, if that's possible. Likely not, but give it a shot. Yo, Childish. Hello. Happy to hear that. Love to see more red feathers too. Oh yeah, definitely. That'll come. Froze again? Okay, I hope it's on your side. Okay, great. Hey, Hero. Hello. You're good, bro? Hell yeah. How are you doing, Hero? So, yep. Just a fun little piece that I figured I want to try today. I want to focus on not only stylizing the character, but I also want to focus on speed. So I'm not intentionally being fast, more so being more, or rather having more intent behind whatever I do. Kind of going with the slow is smooth, smooth is fast philosophy, and we'll see how that works out. And again, if you're wondering who I'm sculpting, there isn't a particular subject. I'm just going with the flow. I have a bunch of well, not a bunch, but a few references propped up on my second monitor, but again, I'm not following any subject in particular. I just want to make sure that my anatomy is not too off. That's really the purpose of the references, just to make sure that I'm grounded and in check, you know? Okay, not too bad so far, I think. I think I want to give this dude some proper eyes. So let's symmetrize that. Are you going for stylized or more realistic today? I'm going for stylized. Absolutely stylized. Can we get a tattoo on a 3D model tutorial? Tattoo? Ooh. I don't know if I have like a particular tip for that. I'm not... I mean, I've done tattoos. But not at a level you're probably thinking about. I could try, though I do have a bunch of I have a few requests already queued up. I'm supposed to do a head sculpt tutorial that I've been kind of avoiding because, again, I've never really been a fan of doing tutorials per se. I tend to do a lot of research before I do the tutorials, and tutorials are just, you know, you gotta go with like the objective truth as best as you can, right? And that is like the opposite of being creative, I feel. Yeah, I've never really done tattoos besides the one I did of Vi. That's fair. Isn't that just hand painting? I guess so. But I'm assuming that, you know, Hero just meant if I have like a particular approach to go about doing tattoos, which I really don't. A lot of the things I do, I kind of just do whatever feels right. I don't have like a workflow. Okay, let me just be a little bit more intentional with what I do over here. Hey, Law. Jimmy, I'll call you Jim. Wait, actually, let me see. Let me break down. Yo, Fricteller. Greetings from work. Lock in. Hell yeah. Low wall gun Jimmy. How should I call you? Should I call you Jimmy? Should I call you Gun? Which one do you prefer? Sparksy joining through YouTube today. Wait, who are you on Twitch? Do you have a different username on Twitch? How are you doing, Sparksy? Okay, now let's move on to the eyes. Probably gonna give him the good old deadpan eyes. So let's do that real quick. Now let's quickly carve in some volume around the eye area. So let's do this. Alright, that should be good enough. And then I'm gonna do that. The upper eyelids, or the fat pad over here. Jimmy? Okay, I'll call you Jimmy. You thought you updated your name on YouTube, but you're... Oh, you're Bubbles! Okay, okay. Oh, it says Sparksy Wisp on my multi-chat. Did you... You know, it could be the chat thing. But hey, Bubbles. How are you doing today? Welcome to the YouTube. Yeah, funny song. Alright, and then let's do... Actually, let me just make this a little lower. Just like that. And then we'll do the actual lid. Try to fix your user here real quick, sure. The sculpt looks like it's locked in? Hell yeah. I don't really have a particular direction that I'm going with, besides the fact that I want him to be on a pointier, more angular side. And then we're gonna have to do another one for a female head, but for another stream. I have so many characters I want to sculpt. One that is long overdue is, well, Benten, but another one that I kind of want to attempt is Hades, or is it? I'm pretty sure it's Hades from Hades 2. That one is kind of long overdue as well. Okay, let me just do that. Kate Wynn, you're the first. Ah, there we go. Ah. How are you doing, Caitlin? Silco vibes? Maybe. You could be right. It could turn out to look kind of like Silco. That's possible. Hello. How are you doing today? How are the dogs? Boom, 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 boom. Alright, and then I'm gonna rely a lot on the draw sharp brush to really emphasize on the angular changes. Alright, and then I feel like I want to go for that Aquiline type nose, so let me just move things around. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, I'm a fan of Aquiline noses. They good? Last week one of the dogs, oh no, fractured his tooth, so he had surgery and now has one less tooth. Oh no. Poor doggo. But hope he's fine. Hope the doggo's fine. Okay, now let's give him some nostrils. Just like that. Kisses to doggo, right? Poor doggo. It's fine. Inhales food so he will recover quickly. That is nice to hear. Very good to hear. Okay, that is things shaping up to be not too bad. Now let's give him some lips. Is anyone sculpting today? Let's do this. Then one of these. Man, I'm forgetting all of my anatomy terms, so I'm gonna be saying a lot of one of these, one of that. So I apologize in advance. Okay, so I think the username. You think the username change is just is taking a while to update? Okay, for now you'll have to stick with this name on the YouTube site. That's fine. I'll still call you Bubbles. Now that I know that you're Bubbles. Alright, and then... Unless you prefer me to call you Sparksy, that's fine too. But I assume that you changed your name to Bubbles or something to that extent. Almost done with your retopo, doing the hand now. Ah, the hand. Good luck, and congrats. And sorry in advance. Okay, let me just fix his jaw a little. That's, yeah. It's got no masseter at all. There's nothing, no chewing muscles. First time here, welcome to the stream, Boy. 1300 frames. If you finally finished refining the looping animation, you're doing at least now the speed is normal, not like Flash. I see. Congrats. Damn, you guys are getting shit done, huh? You'll still be fine with being called Bubbles, so no need for calling me something else? Sure. Sure. Okay. Thanks, lol. Retopo. Alright, let me just make his lips a little bit more interesting. I don't want him to be another, like, Red Feather's protagonist. Okay. So let me just move shit around. And let's have a bit more fun, right? Let's maybe play with his temporalis. Let's push it in a little. And let's perhaps narrow down his nose. And then let's see. Look at it. Some references to see how I can deviate from whatever this is. Okay, I see something. Let me just bring these lips a little closer, pull it back like that. You sculpted that nose so fast, you need to practice that. Thank you, and welcome to the stream, Reverse. Welcome. Alright, let me just give him some eyes real quick. I'm gonna use, of course, Tiny Eye, which you can get on my Gumroad for free. Free. Let's push that in, and his head is a little too big because Tiny Eye was modeled according to scale. So, Tiny Eye is too small, it means that your model is too big. But since I'm going for that stylized look, I'm gonna up the size a little. Tiny eyes, there we go. Scarlett Johansson? Oh really? Oh, is it not working? Oh, can you try tiny eye without the S, without the plural? How come big noses look so good in 3D but rarely in 2D? Really? I'm not sure about that phenomenon. Is that so? Let me just mirror that. And I'm gonna have to move some things around. He's supposed to be a dude. Alright. We're gonna be sculpting a female character some other time. And I don't want to just change the subject into a different gender just because it was going in that direction. Now that would mean that I wasn't being intentional with my decisions enough. Okay, I think this could be slightly wider. That as well. There we go. Okay, yeah, a little too muggish. But this has also to do with the size of the neck. So let's do that real quick. There we go. And then we'll just use the gizmo to where is it at? Yeah, to just widen that out. There we go. And let's smooth that out. No, thank you. There we go, thank you. The nose that gave the likeness of Scarlet, I see. Yo, Marshall, hello, hello. The link to the Gumroad, there you go. Thanks, Fractaler, appreciate it. Do you have the pie menu when you press tab? Goes to edit mode? No, when I tap it's edit mode, but if you want this, whoa. If you want this, it's tilde. It's the tilde key, the one above tab. And for this, wait. It's all muscle memory, so let me see what I normally do. Oh, this is control tab. This is control tab, and then what else do I do? Well, if it happens, I'll let you know. A lot of the shortcut keys are now just muscle memory. Okay, let's see. This looks a little stale to me. So let me maybe okay, pointy. I think I want him to look a little bit more on the slender side. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna raise his chin. I'm gonna narrow this down a little. Whoa. That was not intentional. Okay. Now let me just mark things out with a sharp brush. Here we go. And then the zygomatic bone is a little weak, so let's up that. And this little fat pad here. Let's up that. That's the nasolabial fold. And the jowl. Late today, had to have a haircut first. It's all good. You're only late by like 20 minutes. Kinda just feels like you walked in at the perfect time, so you're all good. How did the haircut go, Marshall? Are you bald now? Bro, what is going on? Why is... Okay, there we go. I see the Scarlett Johansson actually. The profile, and what the hell happened to that? Why is my brush tripping so hard? What? When did that happen? Okay. Yeah, it was during the weird trip out. Okay, let me just fix things up real quick. Alright, I'm just smoothing things out. Oof. A little lacking in the volume. There we go. But it look fresh as hell now? Hell yeah. You are getting better every day, that's so cool, thank you. Fresh as a newborn. Bald? Why you know bald? Disappointed. Disappointed. Okay. A little boring, huh? Stressed. Hydrate? Sure, I'll hydrate. How are you doing today? Smooth. Okay, let me hydrate real quick. Before I do that though, let me just fix the nose real quick. What the hell is going on here? Let me just smooth that back out. Okay, I'll fix that later. Let me just hydrate real quick. Doing great, hell yeah. You have way too much hair, almost as hairy as Bigfoot. Is there any opportunity to the followers to work with me? To work with me? But like what though, for instance? What would you consider working with me? Yeah, what would be considered working with Tiny Naki? Like as a brand. Just curious. Like doing a sculpt together, you know. Give me a for instance. You probably post a whip on your Insta story later. It's a car for your portfolio to get into 3D school. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, nice. You said in your video you need female VAs, but the majority here is male. Right. But don't worry, guys. I've already got that covered. And... one sec. Well, you guys here probably already know who she is. But give me a sec. I gotta burp. Okay, that was too weak. Never mind. Okay, let me just get the nostrils down right. I need to lock in for like 30 seconds. Okay. Oh. Why does it do that? Okay, and then I'll just up that. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay, I gotta remind myself that slow is smooth, smooth is fast philosophy. Okay, I feel like this is not a bad start. Though it's a little generic. But you could just move shit around until it works. So let me just create a new scene. Let me just duplicate this, a full copy. There we go. Schultz Division, yes. I'm gonna expose Marshall for you. Oh, there, he already self-exposed. You had a similar idea making your own story and animating it, and having friends and family voice act, but you're still learning. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And I used to make these little short films when I was a kid, or in my adolescent years. And I would have my brother, my cousin, my friends to help act for me, and I'm talking like IRL, right, in real life. And we would create these silly little sketches. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Brings me back. Okay, we need a bit more life. I feel like I wanna probably... yeah, maybe droop this down a little. There we go. Looking a little too Mary Sue of a character. So let's... bro, why does it keep bugging out like that? Okay, there we go. We good. Is there like a male equivalent of the term Mary Sue? Okay, let me just maybe widen this part out one question: what softwares do I use for VFX compositing and color grading? Compositing, as of today, I tend to do a lot of them in Blender, but color grading, I do it in DaVinci Resolve. Gary Stu, is it actually? Why is that believable? Do I make him serious? Do I wanna? You know what? I'll make him bored. Isn't that the protagonist already? Okay, let's do like a straight face. From what you know? Oh, okay, so you weren't kidding. I thought you were just trolling. Gary Stu? You know, I'm not gonna Google it, I'm gonna take your word for it. You look away for 2 minutes, how did he get looking this good? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you think so. Thank you. Okay, and let's... Yeah, we were running out of resolution to play with, so let's just play with the bigger shapes before we add the details. And this is just what, holy. You know, I speak English every single day, I don't know why that doesn't improve, but this just goes to show that when you sculpt more often, you know, you get more familiar with the shorthands, you get from point A to point B a lot quicker. But I need to do that, but with hands. I am terrible at doing hands. One of my weaker points. Alright, there we go. And then we'll do the trapezius. Just like that. Okay, good enough. Good enough. And I just want to make sure that the silhouette, it's all like yummy, right? Here we go, let's bring that down. Bring this back. In my town, is it night or day? Right now it's 3:33 a.m. Have I ever done creature sculpting before? Just curious how similar it is to characters. I believe whatever I did then could be considered creature sculpting. I've only done it like probably once or twice. But yeah, I've done something like a creature sculpt, yes. Something to that extent. And how similar it is, I think it's fairly similar, though you would have a few different shorthands for a human being versus a creature, because, well, I'm assuming you're talking about creatures with very prominent, you know, bony landmarks and all of that stuff, right? So it is essentially the same or similar anatomy. But yeah, the approach is like if you are used to sculpting someone with, you know, a higher body fat, and then out of the blue you're put into the test to sculpt somebody, you know, under 5%. It's not that you wouldn't be able to get to that to point B. It's not that you wouldn't be able to sculpt it. It's just that you'd be slower, and I think that is the main difference. But all in all, it's essentially the same thing. Okay. Good. I think we can move on to detailing the face. Though now I'm thinking, do I want to jump into the details, or do I want to tweak a little bit more because I feel like this is still a little stale, like nothing interesting going on. So I think I'll let's see. Yeah, let's duplicate this scene once more. So we went from this to this, from this to this, and now let's see how much further we can push this. Okay. I'm not going to spend too much more time, but I just want to see if I can push this a little bit further. So I think his eyes are starting to appear a little too far apart. Okay, just like that. Flycat, yes, I am aware of Flycat. And they're really good. Some angles it looks like Benedict Cumberbatch. I see, does it? Interesting. Hey droid. That nose is worthy of H.C. Anderson. Not aware of who that is. You love Ace Craft? Do I know Nagi? Yes, I am aware of them. Yes. I do not know them. I'm not in talks with them, but I know of them. Yes. And High Splits, High Maestro resembles Cumberbatch. I see. Interesting. Okay, I want to make this a little bit more stylized, right? So, yeah, I need to be a little bit more brave. So let's do that. Let's be brave. Yeah, I have the tendency to be a little more careful when at this level of detail, and I need to remind myself to just push things here and there. Just push it. You know, it kind of looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger from this, like his eyes from this point of view, from this angle. Probably because of the brows. Author of The Little Mermaid. Oh, okay, and many more stories. I see. Have I ever seen the bosses in Stellar Blade? For some reason, their designs really captivate you. They're so expressive and grotesque. Stellar Blade. I have heard of that name somewhere. Ah. I see. Okay. Very cool, very cool. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm still being too careful. So let's do this. Sweet. Alright, now the ears. I'll just do the good old realistic ears, but we don't have enough resolution for all of the details, so I'll just work on the forms, the primary forms, before I dive into the details. So let's do that. And I think we can afford to make this a little funkier, so let's funk this up. Let's push the shapes. I'll do one of these. The game with the jiggle physics. Next month you're buying a personal PC. What's my PC config? Oh, that's huge. Congrats. You like the funk? Hell yeah. What's my specs? I'm currently running on a 4090. I believe 64 gigs of RAM. And then what is that? Shit. i9 14900. Something like that. I'm not a very tech guy. Okay. Maybe I could squish this in a little. There we go. You can sell 32 gigs and buy a new GPU. Right, we're in that time now, huh? Isn't it wild? We're in those times now. This is something to look back for sure. The insane rise of RAM prices. This is one thing that we'll look back sometime and be like, can you believe this actually happened? Yummers, hello, how are you doing today? Deactivated. Alright. Is this funky enough? I feel like we could funk this up a little bit more, huh? What do you guys think? Do I funk this up more or leave it be and move on to details? Watched season 1 of Kaiju 8. How do you find it so far? You're genuinely so desensitized at this point. Every week since 2020 has had a new historical event, right? Dude, ever since then, holy. Planet Earth has been on a run. It's back to back, non-fucking stop. Continue? Okay. Alright, we'll push this a little bit more. What time is it? 3:43. Okay, we'll push this until 3:50. So another 7 minutes. Funk it hard, real good for you, Naki. Oh my god. You spexing your splits right now? Get your hands out of your pants. Okay. You love it? You're gonna binge season 2 today? You were almost tempted to not join stream. I feel you. Bro, I binged the shit out of it too, so I totally understand. Here we go. At least half the Naki viewers are typing one-handed. Bruh. Alright, guys. Enough. Take it out of your pants now. Do it another time. Alright, you gotta lock in, bro. You gotta lock in. I get it, November is over, but chill. Stressed? Them not it? Not typing with any hands? Oh god. You freaky freak. The other hand is used to make more endgons. Oh shit. Now that's taken it a little too far. Look Ma is kind of wild. You know, that's a little bit much. Let's smooth it out. Okay. Do I push it more? We still have like 4 minutes to go. Okay. Sure, let's push it a little bit more. I think the eyes, let's focus on the silhouette of the eyes. Alright, so let's do one of these. Who is sculpting today? We're not sculpting anyone in particular. This is just a random sculpt practice of a stylized head. I have a few references propped up on my second monitor, but again, I'm just using them to stay grounded and make sure that my anatomy is not too off, but I am not referencing anybody in particular. How many of you here sculpt, by the way? Just a show of hands. Because it would be fun to sculpt together, no? Like, wouldn't it be fun to sculpt together, say, like, maybe once a week or something like that? You do? Yo, heart attack. Okay, childish. Heart attack. You tried to, but not good at all. I mean, that still counts. You want to do some head studies, but don't know where to begin. Fair enough. You in class? Sculpt off. I know, Kate Wynn. That has to happen someday. That has to happen. And like I said, if you were to ever arrange one, I am totally down. And I am crushing everyone. I'm kidding. It's all talk, but hey, we gotta need the fighting spirit, no? You're starting with characters, okay? You're more of a 2D guy. You haven't done it in a few months, fair enough. Group sculpting would be fun. We could give each other tips. Yep. You actually taking a break, trying to achieve likeness is kicking your ass. You have a headache. Yo, that is such a valid frustration, because I personally used to struggle. Well, I still do, but not as much anymore. But I used to struggle really hard with capturing likeness. I mean, it's literally documented on my YouTube channel, and you could see me getting over that hurdle. But yeah, I feel like now I'm a little bit better at capturing likeness. So yeah, you definitely got this. You just need some time. You only draw, that's fair, and animate. Ranked competitive sculpting. We're gonna need like speed char for this, and I will do my very best to outspeed him. But you know that's not happening. But it's always good to dream. You need to arrange one again. You're gonna shoot for January after holidays. Oh really? All right, just hit me up whenever. More competitive, the better. All right. Yeah. I'm totally down. I am totally down. But if it's a full body sculpt challenge, I'm completely screwed. But yeah, I'd still be down for it. I would create a boot camp to get better at sculpting just for this competition. I'm totally down. Noki versus viewers is like hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. Lies. Come on. I don't believe. Okay, I think this is good enough. It's already 3:50. I guess we'll try to push this as we go. Actually, let me just hop into the silhouette view real quick, and then yeah, it's a little weak on the silhouette side. Feels a little mundane, but okay. You know what? Let's not. Yeah, that's much better. I should have done this way, like, minutes ago. You like to do 1 hour speed sculpts, really put people on the spot, so smaller type speed sculpts, full body would be unfair to all. Okay. Yeah, I'm down, I'm down. Like, even if it's full body, I'm still down for that. I'd still be I'll be practicing. Okay. Alright, let's move on to blocking out the hair. So let's throw in that, and then we'll here we go. Let's just go crazy with this. What kind of hair do I want? Okay, that hair is pretty cool. Alright, let's just keep pulling shit around. Fuck it. Braids! Username finally changed? It didn't change in the chat. Oh no. Yeah, it could be like it could take a while. You're not too bad at sculpting, but extremely slow. However, call me slow, Char. We all gotta start somewhere. I've also never been about the speed to begin with. I've never been like a fast sculptor. I have to actively get into that mindset and then practice for it. So, oh my god, this looks hilarious, but let's keep layering this. You do scene creation in Blender, and you're studying cinema and media arts in uni with the goal to work for a VFX company or animation studio. Ah, okay. Ah, interesting. That's cool. Alright, I'm gonna go for the anime type hair. Maybe something like Deku. Let me look up Deku real quick. My Hero Academia. Yeah, let me just copy this. Just as a reference. Like a Deku-esque hair. Johnny Bravo hair? We could do that later. We could. Okay, actually, wait. Here's what I'm gonna do instead. So I'm gonna create the sideburns real quick. As such. Bring that forward, bring that down. Down! Safe search when googling My Hero Academia? Really? You gotta try following my series and try copying your success. Maybe in a month you can enter any sculpt competition I'm setting up. My series. I'll do my best to sculpt as much as I can then. I'll be sculpting a lot more often, heart attack, so yeah. I hope you learn a thing or two. But yeah, keep in mind I'm also still learning myself, so you know, just take things here and there, but just keep that in mind. Let's do that by half. Let's do that by... Let's do 8. That's good enough. Whoops. You don't know how to sculpt? Well, this could be your sign. This could be your sign, droid. Slim Shady. When you're working on a short film, what is your process? Do you usually start with a storyboard, a script, or something else? So for Red Feathers in particular, I started with... It all started with a little idea, like an emotion that like a little... Not even a story, actually. It's more of like a little sequence that I have in mind. And then that eventually spiraled into a script. Not a very official script, just like a, you know, some draft dialogues here and there. And then it eventually became... which one happened first? Which one happened first? I think I then did... What is that called? The previs for the fight scene. And I went back and forth between that and refining the script. And then I did a storyboard, which in hindsight, I feel like... I feel like a storyboard is... well, since it's not like my skill set, my main skill set, I feel like I could have gone with... I could have filmed myself in real life and create like some sort of an animatic for myself instead of doing a storyboard, right? I feel like I would have gone for that route instead if I could do this again, because you know, if I had a storyboard artist, sure, I'd probably try to convey my thoughts and put it into a bunch of panels, but I think I could have been a little more expressive had I gone with the animatic route, like filming yourself, you know, acting in front of the camera, be cringe and all of that. Sadly, got a dip model in OC, but wait, sorry. Sadly, got a dip, got a model in OC, but you keep procrastinating. See Anaki in chat. Bye, deactivated. Best of luck with that. Best of luck. But yeah, that is what I would have gone... How I would have gone about it if I could do it again. And then once you're done with the animatic, I guess at the same time you would be working on the concept art of the characters as well. So yeah, it's the usual pre-production, production, post-production stuff. But so far I'm kind of taken the more unconventional route. I don't really have a proper workflow as of now, but I'm still figuring things out, you know. You will start practicing? Hell yeah, droid, let's go. You thought it was Victor from Arcane? Fair enough. It's Eminem now. This looks kind of people, like characters from Tokyo Revengers. Really? Okay, okay. Alright, it's looking a little silly now, but I'm hoping with time it'll start looking less silly. Only time will tell. Oh, we need some brows too. I think I'm just gonna sculpt it in this time. There we go, done. Okay, let's did I hydrate, by the way? Sculpt every day. Love that name. Welcome to the stream, thank you for the follow. Do you sculpt every day? Okay, now let's bring this back, and I'll probably mirror this. Let's do that. You're learning? Hell yeah. I love that. Well, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be sculpting here a lot more often because, you know, prior to sculpting on stream, I've been documenting the process of the protagonist for my short film. But I felt that it kind of got a little repetitive because there's really nothing new to show. So instead of doing that every day, I'm gonna occasionally document the process, and then for the in-betweens, I'll just sculpt. So I'll be sculpting a lot more often now, and I think that is good for me as well, because every time I take a break from sculpting, holy crap, like, the improvement is kind of wild. So, yeah, I want to get back in the flow. Perhaps draw every now and then. I haven't been drawing, and I'm pretty sure my drawing skills have deteriorated. Every day, not every day, but I'm going to be sculpting a little bit more often. Like Dr. Dre said, make sculpts every day. Yo, sub, have I started rigging yet? I have not. I am still modeling some of the details. I've still got some texture painting to do. The past few days I've been doing a lot of like shading tests, figuring out different workflows and all of that boring stuff that no one wants to see, really. So yeah, I'm really hoping that once I figure everything out, that the next character will just, you know, be really quick to do. Just be zoom, 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 right? Now I'm in this weird trance of just finding my footing. A very weird process. I've been slowly but surely finishing the course. Still got quite a bit to watch, but I've been taking my time with it because, well, I just started My Hero Academia, so I've been watching that as well. Every time I'm bored with the course, I'll just do My Hero Academia, like an episode or two. I can't be watching the course every time. I'm not that crazy. This looks silly. Here we go. Rigging is called rigging because it's so rigorous. I'm sure that's like 20% of the reason why. Because it's rigged. It's rigged to fail. But yeah, the sculpt, no, sorry, not the sculpt. The protagonist, it's going, I would say it's going well. I'm pretty happy with how things are turning out. I'm still torn between two shading looks that I've landed on. Torn between two. I'm not gonna show you guys which. I don't wanna. I think that is one of the decisions that I would have to make for myself. But I am pretty happy with how it's turning out, so that's always a good sign. This looks stupid. Okay, let me just look at Deku from My Hero. Okay, let me just pull that, push that back in. Is that the end of the playlist? How long have I been live? No way. Okay. Whoops, sorry about the jump scare. There we go. Yo, Gorgits. Epic? Not that crazy Naki? Hello, hello. You skipped Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for My Hero, Shakespeare's at the Sky. Okay, my only reason for doing that. Yo, Splits. I'll explain it a bit. Give me a sec. Hi, Splits. Hello, hello. Hi, Raiders. How are you guys doing today? Yo. What were you working on? What were you working on? And for the Raiders, I am working on a random sculpt. I'm not sculpting anyone in particular. It's I know it's looking a little silly right now, but yeah, I'm just doing this for fun. Giving him some hair now. Oh, Cyclops from X-Men. Ah. Can I bother you to drop a link of a work in progress? That is if you have any. If not, you know, I won't hold you hostage. Hey, Abdul. Welcome to the stream. Is Samurai Champloo on the list of watching animes? I mean, it's not officially on the list, you know, but maybe someday I'll give it a shot. Never say never, right? But what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, the reason why I started My Hero first was because it was already available for me to watch. And I know you guys recommended me to watch Full Metal first and then My Hero. But like I said, it was already available. It was right there, so I had to, you know, I had to start with whatever I have access to. Vinland? No, not yet. Haven't seen that. Yo, Carpe Diem, hello. Oh, did I miss a message? OSRS, Denji. Curious about the background music you use. Do you compose it yourself or get it somewhere? The background music that was playing earlier was from OSRs, like Mike said, old school RuneScape. This playlist is Maple Story. Let's see. You exposed your music yesterday to the stream, and what is that emote? And you think Noki enjoyed it? Yes. That indeed happened. Okay, let me just hide that. Okay. Yeah, I made his hair a little too thick up there. Let me just bring that down. Am I just sculpting the protagonist again? I hope I'm not. Okay, you know what, let's switch things up. I feel like I'm getting a little too close to what I've already done. So instead of doing this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring it back instead. Getting a little too comfortable with doing the same thing. So let me just, okay, I'll just delete these. Okay, hide. Let's start from this middle piece right there. Okay. So I'll go. Yeah, let's do that. Wait, I do have a reference for this actually. There we go. Okay, before I focus on that, let me just quickly block in a shape that I could follow. You would like to retract your statement of enjoying weight painting. Well, welcome back to the crew. Welcome back. You've been working on a manga cover. Where do you drop the whip? You can drop it on one of the channels on Discord if you want. Let me just do There we go. This looks silly. Now it looks like the Green Goblin. 1 second. Okay, let's start with this. And then we'll do this. I think I'll do like a side part or something to that extent. It's like that. Ah. All right. Do I have any tips for sculpting arms? Ooh, I won't lie, I'm pretty bad at sculpting arms myself. But from what I remember, okay, first of all, obviously, learning the anatomy of it would go a long way. But specifically, learn the bony landmarks and the bones that, well, the frame, you know, the mechanism of how the arm works, right? You know, we have the especially with the radial, oh my god, what is the name of the radial bone? The ulna and the radius, I think that's the bone, like the way that functions. Learn how to, yeah, learn that, right? Then what else? I feel like arms is a very I feel like I do arms the best when I treat it more gesturally. I don't know how to explain. I'm butchering this, but I feel like if you were to do gesture studies of arms, that would go a long way as well. So bony landmarks, the basic anatomy, and gestures, proportions, you know. But if I ever come up with a better tip, I'll let you know. Radius, okay. Radius, okay. Hi, Cyber. Make them long, so cyberpunk hairstyle, something crazy. Yeah, that could be fun. You're right. Good tip, thanks a lot. Yeah. I hope I could help you more with this, but sadly, I'm not too well versed in arms, or at least it has been a while since I've tackled it. So, yeah, maybe I'll brush up on my arms and then get back to you if I ever remember. Remember that the biceps are rotated slightly inwards when in the idle position. If you turn them forward your figure will look stiff. That is, yeah, that is true. It is more in that position. Yeah, that you're right. What do you think of the art of effective rigging 2 course so far? You had to skip a decent amount. Ooh. So far, I'm really liking it. I like it a lot. I think that chapter 2 is pretty crucial to watch. I wouldn't skip any of the chapter 2 stuff unless you're already like familiar with whatever he talks, you know, over there. But yeah, I finished the first rig. I'm currently on the complex ball rig. I wanted to just skip right into the character stuff, but apparently he wouldn't re-explain things that he has already covered in the previous chapters. So it seems like you gotta watch everything in a pretty you gotta watch it pretty linearly, which is unfortunate, but so far I'm really liking it. Though I'm really taking my time with it though. Yeah, I'm gonna delete that. Let's not jump into anything too wild. Okay, something like that. Then let's maybe move that there. What about you? What do you think of the course so far, Mike? Everything is a bouncing ball. Alive is a great intro to animating in Blender. I would not be surprised. The quality of his tutorial so far, it's very impressive. It's very thorough. Posted in 2D whips. Alright, I'll check it out later. Okay. Maybe I'll mirror that. I'll just do a Control L, copy modifiers. There we go. Oh, I don't want that though. None of the mask and subdiv. There we go. And then let's just keep duplicating. Do I want that? Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. You're heading off now. Thanks for the insights. Great stream. Thanks, Denji, for dropping by. Appreciate it. You have a good one. Okay. Kinda just winging it right now. Hoping to land on something decent. Okay. Let me just... Maybe I'll do this. We're gonna have to dive into asymmetry soon. It's looking a little stale, but just wanted to get the overall feel of this. But yeah, so far I'm liking the course. I'm liking it so far. It's very thorough. All right. Loving the new hair? Hell yeah. A little punkier, huh? Thanks. Let's do one of these funky strands. One of these, you know? Let's bring it down. Poop, poop. Okay, we could probably bring this forward a little. Have that be more angled as such. Same with this. Here we go. The vision is visioning? Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. You have a decent grasp of the basics, so it was a repetition? Okay. You guessed you wish it was a little shorter, but having such in-depth explanation is valuable. Also, right. But for having a course that has a bit of everything, I definitely rate it high. Fair enough. Yeah. I think it's great for anyone who wants to, who has like very little to no knowledge of all of the constraints, you know, anything rigging related. And he did answer some of the questions that I was, you know, I had asked myself in the past, but never really figured out the answer to. And learning about the hierarchy of, what is that called? Let me see. The hierarchy of the Euler, the Euler rotation thingy. I thought that it was really interesting. Like, I never knew the difference between, like, you know, XYZ or XZY and why that matters. But now I know. Okay, let me pull that up. Euler is pronounced Euler, not Euler. You think? Is it Euler? Euler? Okay. Euler it is. Yeah, now knowing you know, what the differences are, it's pretty cool. Like, I never knew about the hierarchy and stuff. You had a great time drawing some characters just now. You shared in the work along channels on in the card if you want to see it later. Sure. Euler was a German mathematician, and the E number is named after him. Ah, sounds like a Saudi job description. Any Eulers in chat want to drop 100? Okay. Okay, now that his hair is a little funkier, I feel like his eyes are looking a little too stale. A little too, not stale, just unfitting. Alright, and then okay. Let's see, let me just look at something else real quick. Let's look at this reference. I like that. One sec, let me just go into the material preview and see what I could move around to. Maybe I could draw some inspiration right in this view. So let's do that real quick. Nope. Looking a little boring for me. Okay, you know what? I think once we throw in the lashes, I should have a bit more more inspiration. Right now I'm feeling a little, I feel like the features are looking a little flat. But okay, let me just link everything to the head. And I hate that we have to do this manually, but I'm gonna throw in the ambient occlusion. It's so annoying to set it up now, and it comes with a lot of manual shit. You have to set up the defocus and all of that stuff. It's so unnecessary. One sec. There we go, and then mix. The problem with the ambient occlusion, just my opinion, is that the background being black instead of white is it's so baffling. It's you know, it introduces a lot of like unnecessary problems. Okay. Let me just do that. Okay. The diddler. It's an oiler. I guess so, yeah. Euler sounds good to you as in European? I see what you're saying. You didn't skip chapter 2 by the way, you skipped 3 and 4. I see. So the ball rigs. And part 5. I'm not sure what that one is. Part 5. I don't exactly remember I'm on the complex ball rig right now. How can someone get a hold of such beautiful eyes? Look in the mirror, damn. European Unium. European. Okay. You know what? His brows are starting to look a little high. Let's lower this down a little. I feel like I want to exaggerate the shapes a little bit more. Let's see. Let's go buck wild with the shapes. Okay. I'm gonna duplicate that. We'll copy. And then... let's go... okay, never mind. I was gonna do a silhouette real quick. Fuck it, let's go into it. Flat, object... wait, no. Custom... black. Okay. Let's move that out. And then move this down. Alright, that's pretty cool. Now let's see. Sick. Okay. For the eyes. Not good enough. Okay, let's keep working on the hair, shall we? Let's do that. Let's have this go down here. A classic face scar. Oh, that's a really good idea. Okay. Yeah, let's do one of those. We gotta do one of those. Okay. Where should we have the scar? Should we have it on the lip? Should we have it across the eye? Should we do a vote, an unofficial vote? Okay, let's do option 1. Option 1 across the eye. Option 2 across the nose. Option 3 across the lips. Eyes, nose, or lips? Across the eye for sure. Okay, that's 1. Anakin Walker style. Eye, do the Toji scar. 2, nose. Three, lips, okay. Eye, side of the head, okay. Eye, okay, a lot of eye, okay. Seems like we're doing eyes then. Alright, let's do the scar across the eye. But I'll do that later on, once I start adding... I'm probably gonna do a quick quad remesh. Okay, let's do that. And then we'll do another one down here. How do I shorten that? Short. Nope. Let's just drag it. Or smooth it out. There we go. Okay. What color hair should he get, guys? What color hair should he have? Just type in whatever color. I'll just pick the most repeated one. Really like the hair? Hell yeah. Thank you. Salt and pepper? Wait, actually, black and white hair is like, it's pretty cool. Okay, pink, blue. Have a scar on the outer corner of the eye from slipping a punch. Okay, the outer corner of the eye. Kind of like the tattoo of, what do you call him? Mike Tyson, is it something like that? Now when you shower, the water goes into your eye because the skin didn't heal correctly to have the original liquid dynamics. Black and white hairs, that's cool. Navy blue. Go wild for once and make it some rainbow colors. Okay, rainbow, navy blue, blue with a white stripe, gray, blonde. You got it? Yeah. Black and white is... I can see the vision. Okay, we got blonde. And high optic, by the way. Hello. Let's see. Do you want this to stick out? Yeah, let's have it stick out. But not too far. Pride hair color, okay, rainbow. We have 1, 2, 3. 3 rainbow. 1, 2. 1, 2. Wait. Here we got black and white, pink, blue, blue, blue. Rainbow. Some rainbow colors. Okay, we're split between blue and rainbow right now. Actually considered your MC to give her black and white like Luna Snow from Marvel Rivals. That's cool. Blue? Okay. Alright, seems like blue it is. We'll do blue. I'll just do a quick one real quick. Blue? Okay. Between Sonic and Rainbow Dash? Pretty much. Okay, Okay, we'll do this blue for now. Alright, let me just, I want him to have some proper brows this time. Now that we're all, now that we're at this stage, I'll give him some proper brows later on. Let's do... Ninja with the white stripe? Sure, I'll do that. Okay, give me a sec. Let me just finish working on the hair. Let's do a matte cap real quick. And finish up the hair before we focus on the other details, okay? Like that. Jin from Tekken. Oh, I see. Those are some angry brows. I kind of wanted him to look a little bit more nonchalant, you know? Not too chalant. Okay, let me just carve that in. All right. Okay. Let's not get too caught up on the details. I'm not very happy with the feels so far. Like on the eye region. Something feels a little off to me. I see. You know what? Okay. Let me just do that. Push that in. Then bring it up. There we go. That's a lot better. I think it just wasn't wrapping around it right. Wrapping around the eyeball. Okay. Anyway. Let's, Okay. Hair. Let's do one here. How's the color, by the way? Do we do a darker blue or a lighter blue? Like a darker, do we do it more saturated or, you know? Darker? Okay. darker it is. Let's give it like a cool blue instead. Like one of these, right? Hydrate? I will hydrate. Hi Mecha. How you doing? Ah. Cheers. Ooh, I got an idea. I've got an idea. I think this would look really cool. What if we give our boy a wolf cut? Let's see if that fits him. I think it's already looking good. Good, how about you? I'm doing good. I am doing good. Who this? This is nobody. This is a stylized character, and then that's it. I'm doing a sculpt practice. I have some references propped up just to keep me, you know, to keep me in check, to make sure that my anatomy is not too off. Yummy. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that. There we go. Hair is really tedious, huh? Really tedious to do. I'm starting to think if a wolf cut suits him, but you know what? Let me give him a skin tone. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Copy, diffuse. There we go. All right. Do we want a wolf cut? Okay, let me just duplicate that, and no, I need another one. Okay, let's make it bigger. Boom. I don't know about the wolf cut now that I'm seeing this. What if I make it a little higher? Instead of a wolf, I'll just make it like a one of these. Okay, I'm not mad about this. me just link to that. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay. I think that's good enough. Let's do some brows. Alright. I think I'll do it this way instead. Instead of the masking and extracting method, I'll just do this. All right. Maybe do that. Solidify. Let's do 0.15. Okay. Now let's move things around. Shrink, wrap. Boom. Okay, now let's actually move the brows. You're done? Oh wait, you're kind of giddy right now. You're in the final stretch of weight painting. Oh shit. Well, congrats. Congrats. Finally. There we go. Your work on your IG page is really nice, very clean. If you're talking about me, then thank you very much. Appreciate that. So what's next, Carpe Diem? What is next? Talking to me? Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, something about his eyes. It still feels wrong. I think I'll have to bring it closer. No. Further. No. Okay. Man, I feel like I'm taking too much time. Okay, I'm gonna just up the resolution and clean things up. I'll probably I don't think I have the time to do all of the quad remesh thing. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Testing the rig and going back to make amendments is next? Okay. Well, very nice. Congrats. Hope it goes well. Alright. It's time. Now let's make things pretty. Okay, so first things first, let's do the eye lid. Since his eyes is kind of like half shut right now, it's, you know, just like a resting state. I'll just bump this up a little, and then I could probably afford to bring that in. Push that in a little. Just like that, and then poop, poop, poop. Let me just use the clay strip brush. Push that in. I'm being pretty gentle. And I want very angular shapes. Angular. Yo, looking handsome? Hell yeah. Hi, Elivex. Old lead singer in your previous band? Really? Sounds pretty badass. Gentle? Yes. Good evening, Uncle. Good evening. How are you doing, Elivex? Alright. Well, since I'm not gonna be doing that whole a quad remesh thingy, I'll just do the scar right, well, in a bit. I'll do it real soon. Just gotta fix some things up real quick. Alright, now let's do the scar. You're gonna send a screenshot? Hell yeah. Drawing my main character's gloves in 2D, you're creating another version for fun. Hell yeah. Let's do a scar. Okay. Do we do like this? Do we do like this? Let's see. Do we do voting? Do we vote? Do we do, okay guys, which one are you more inclined to, which one do you feel more? Do you feel number 1? Okay, let's do a cross like this. Let's do number 2. Wait, number 2. Or let's see, what is number 3? Like this? Okay. 1, 2, or 3? Okay, let's do, yeah. 1, 2, or 3. Let's do an unofficial vote. Why not all 3? That is crazy. Okay, 1, 3, 3. Okay, 3 is winning. One is too basic, okay. You can't choose. 3? Okay. I think 3 wins by a landslide. So let's go with number 3. And hi, Steven, by the way. Welcome to the stream. 3? Okay. 3 it is. Let me see if I could do a copy and then paste. Okay. Hello. Alright. I just keep that as a backup. I just want to move the eyes around a little. Something feels off. Okay, let's move this in. There we go. I think that's slightly better. Alright, now let me just add the details back in that we have lost during the cleaning up stage, right? So let's see. I could probably bring some of this back. There we go. Starting to feel the nonchalantness. Okay, and then let's do the nose next. The part that I like to detail about the nose the most is the outer wings. That is like a crucial part to sharpen. Everything else could be pretty much left smooth, right? But this part is it's always nice to sharpen that up. Let's do that. Okay, great. Nonchalant, but up to something. Very good. A very good description. You're listening to Niche read a Christmas Carol? Wait, is she live right now? Are you watching a VOD? Oh, she's live. Okay. Yeah, I'll check her stream out in a bit. I don't want to lose my streak. Hell yeah, 2 niche stream in a week. Hell to the yeah. Let me just smooth that out. Yeah. Alright. Okay, now this little portion is done. Okay, this underneath part is a little wonky. So let's unwonk that. I'm gonna have to bring that down. You're welcome. Thank you. Could have lost my streak. Okay, and then boom. Now for the lips. A very crucial part of the lips, the vermilion borders. So I'm gonna carve out I'm gonna sharpen the borders real quick, and then I'm gonna want to flatten this little bit here. Just imagine like a little road that your car could drive on. You're gonna want that. And just push that in. Push. Push. Is this sculpt gonna be used for your project, Naki? No, it's not. It's just a fun little practice sculpt. You know, I have to start working on getting good at doing female faces, because the likelihood of the next character that I'm working on is female is high. So, but we'll see. If I feel that I need more time, then I'll work on another character, another male character instead. Cool, yeah. Let me just push that in. And this looks a little stale. You know what? This is only day 1 of doing stylized heads. As in, you know, it's not my first time doing stylized head, but like day 1 of doing it frequently. I'm going to be doing this more often because, like I said earlier, I feel like it was getting a little repetitive working on the protagonist on stream, because I wasn't making a lot of like visible progress. I've been doing a lot of random experiments on stream, which I think can be a little mundane to watch. So instead of doing daily protagonist, daily streams on the protagonist, I've decided to instead do sculpts in between, and then once I have something to show, like, you know, whenever it comes time to rigging, then I'll work on the protagonist on stream again. But in case you're wondering, I am actively working on the protagonist off stream. Hydrate, thank you. I do need to hydrate. Cheers. Right back at you. Okay. Now let's bring some of the border back in, just like that. Hell yeah. A little much. Okay. I think that's it. Oof, the neck. Okay, let's oof, that's wonky as heck. Okay, so the SCM. Let's do that real quick. Again, it's another road that you can drive on. And then you got a smaller road down here that connects to the collarbone. And then one of these. Okay. You can do sculpt hair, but can you do a beard hair? A vendor kind of character? Ooh. That could be fun. Yeah? We should do that someday, huh? Let's do that. Some other day, though. I don't think he would suit a beard. I don't know. Okay. That's the trapezius. Connects to... well, this portion would be going to a section of the clavicles, and then the back portion is the scapula. Wolverine-like beard for sure. You know what? Should we do it? I don't mind. Should we do it? Do we give this dude a little beard? Yes or no? Yes for beard, no for no beard. It'll only take like a second. Well, I'm exaggerating, but you get what I'm saying. Yes beard or no beard? Hell yeah. Why did you bump into an old video of Penguinzo and the title says the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life? Really? Well, what is the video about? Looks fine the way it is now, okay. So no beard and one yes beard. Do you just delete the vert and redo it? You accidentally merged some verts. How would you separate two joint meshes when there's only one vert? Oh yeah. That is... Ooh, I've been in that situation. That depends on what the situation is. If, for instance, you're able to... Let's see. I'm assuming it's merged, something like that. Depends. You could like select the other half and just separate it, or you could probably do a Control-Shift-B to bevel in the middle and then delete that face. That could work as well. Yes beard, small beard, small? Okay. Alright, beard wins. We'll do a small beard. So yeah, I could do like a Control-Shift-B. It's going to mess with it a little, but Marshall with a second account. But you know, with or without your second vote, beard still wins. So we'll add it in, like a little one, like a little fuzz. I gotta get better at lips. What do you call a Noki fan? A Noki light? A Noki light? Wait, is it a play on a word that I'm unaware of? Oh no. You can always vote it up yourself. A knockoff? The first time you tried to suck my own pee? Yeah, okay, I think I'm aware of that video. Knockoff. Oh no, are you guys knockoffs now? Oh no. I kinda like that name. Are you guys the knockoffs now? Okay, let me just clean that up. Yeah, it's a little, it's like, if only I had a bit more resolution down there. Like, if I were to remesh right now, it's gonna fuck up the lips and all. I'll just make do. That's so frustrating. Better than the knockers? Are you not a fan of knockers? Okay, now let me just smooth that out. You don't want to be a tit? So you'd rather be a knockoff than a tit? Really? I think being a tit is pretty cool, no? We are the knockoffs. Alright, the knockoffs it is. Do you guys fuck with the name knockoffs? Alright, I think we're almost done. Let's go. What's up, guys? We are the knockoffs. You always wanted to be a knockoff? Alright, well, there we go. We are the knockoffs. A term coined by was it Elevex? Wait, where is it at? A knockoff, there it is. Okay, a term coined by Elevex. We are all the knockoffs now. Okay. Now let's do the scar. Alright, that's good enough. Let's go. You are but a cheap copy. Deku hit Bob Jiv here. Now I know who Deku is. Okay. Now let me make the scar a little more interesting. You wanted that. Should probably look up a reference on how to do scar, but I'll just go with the feels. Doesn't have to be too accurate or anything. And then some asymmetry is... yeah, asymmetry, inbound. Scar is just a lion, but bad, leading into that Victor vibe. You've also started sculpting a few months ago. You've only done realistic faces to train your anatomy and observation. When it comes to stylized models, what would I say is the biggest difference? Or maybe a tip or trick to make stuff stylized? Do you feel like stylized is just more flat surfaces? So stylization is, yes, it's like, it's multiple things, right? It's an exaggeration of things, it is a simplification of things, exaggeration, did I already say exaggeration? Simplification, exaggeration, let me think, what else, would I say contributes to making something look stylized? Yeah, exaggeration, simplification, that's really it, right? I feel like I have a few more, few other things in mind that is just not coming to mind right now. But that's really the appeal, sure, right? The silhouette matters a lot as well. A lot more than it does in realism. Appeal is definitely a good one. What else? So, what is the biggest difference? Oh, thanks for the follow, MayQ, and welcome to the stream. What else? What else could I add? Okay, wait, let me just read your question again. What would I say is the biggest difference? The biggest difference? Yeah, I think that the things that I mentioned, those are the biggest difference. The simplification of features, the exaggeration of it. So essentially, you gotta think about retaining the likeness of a certain person while having like exaggerated or oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Well, maintaining, okay, yeah, you gotta think about like maintaining the likeness and still try to get that appeal, right? For instance, okay, I guess stylization varies on the different what am I saying? Okay, for instance, the stylization between Arcane versus, for instance, K-pop Demon Hunters, right? They both share very similar principles in the sense that they all have some form of simplification or exaggeration of realistic forms. But Arcane, right, is, they have a lot of contrasting sharp features within like the midsection of the face, and then a lot of the other parts of the face they're more soft, K-pop Demon Hunters, let me see, K-pop Demon Hunters, yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters is pretty much just soft everywhere. Yeah, you know, little things like that, and even the style of the eyes, the proportions, all of that, they vary. But bottom line is they all do some sort of like simplification and exaggeration of realism. So that's really it. I'm pretty much dragging at this point. Oh, you were to follow on Twitch. Hello. Do I have an art station? Yes, I do. I do have an art station, though most of my works I uploaded them on Instagram. Let me see, socials. I don't have socials prompted up. Socials, there we go. By simplification, it means less details but same global shape. Exaggeration means, for example, an extension of the flow. That's a really good way to put it, right? The same global shape, yeah. So, you know, let's just say I'm gonna use Pedro Pascal again, right? Let me just pull up his face, Pedro Pascal. Yeah, for instance, I'm gonna flashbang you guys real quick. Yeah, if you were to simplify this, how would you go about it? I think, you know, if you were to do this in arcane style, you would sharpen a lot of the features in the midsection and probably give him like a sharper transition on between, you know the transition point of the zygomatic bone all the way down. Right, but then you would still retain a lot of that, you know, like the relative space between the facial features, aka proportions, right? If you want to exaggerate this, like you want to caricature-fy this, you would probably bring his head a little bit higher, his ears a little bit bigger, right? His chin a little bit, you know, a little bit further down. But if you were to start moving his lips towards his, can I do like a quick example here? Yeah, like for instance, if you were to bring that down a little, it starts to look like a different person, right? Whereas if you were to bring, let's just say you were to possibly bring this up, right, it's still going to look like Pedro Pascal if you were to bring his ears further out. The likeness, it's still retained because the relative space between them, it still stays true to who Pedro is. Okay, this is a bit much, but you get what I'm saying. I do believe, yeah, I've done a sculpt of Pedro once. Yeah, okay. So my sculpt of Pedro is pretty grounded, but you can see that I've simplified some forms. Like a lot of the, you know, the realistic, whoops. A lot of the realistic stuff I left out, but essentially, well, his eyes are a little too far apart in my opinion. Like I did it a little too far apart. But yeah, it's really just, yeah, his forehead could be a little higher as well. I didn't do, like, the best job here. But yeah, simplification, exaggeration, all that. But again, a lot of this, I'm thinking, like, you know, off the top of my head, right? If, maybe one day I'll work on a video on this. Pedro Pascal. Anxiety man, oh my god, that is crazy. Why is this dude everywhere? Oh no. Okay, now let's give him some color before I end the stream. Alright, let me Oh right, we're supposed to do the beard. Okay, let's do the beard real quick. Let's do that real quick. Okay, I'm gonna do the masking method, like such. Do that. That's good enough. Maybe a bit lower. Just so that we have a bit more canvas space. And then we're gonna extract that. Extract, where are you at? Okay. And we're gonna link that to the hair. And then we're going to apply the geometry. Actually, no, before we do that, let's push it in real quick. Be gone. Disappear. Alright. Now we'll apply, we'll remesh this. There we go. And then, yo, Dr. Sibrin, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You gotta go now, Uncle. You gotta go. It was a wonderful stream. You really enjoyed it. See you tomorrow and have a wonderful day. Bye, Elevex. Thanks for watching the stream. Do not forget, we are the knockoffs. We are the knockoffs, indeed. How are you doing, Dr. Sibrin? Alright, we're giving this dude some beard. Just a subtle one. As requested by Marshall and voted in by everyone else. Doing well, thanks. Today Blender 5.0.1 was released, so that's... Oh! 5.0.1 is out? Hell yeah. We'll be downloading that soon. Hell yeah. Wait, actually, now that you're here, I do have a question in regards to Blender, but this is... I mean, obviously it's not from your department, but I am curious, right? The ambient occlusion pass. I was wondering why the background wasn't set to white instead of it being black. I think it'll be a lot more convenient if the background was white. That way we could just multiply it and not have a lot of the eroding attributes. Like the black outlines, sorry, the artifacts, right? I was just wondering why, it would be cool if the background was just white, so that we could just multiply on top of this. And I'm sorry for dumping this on you, but it would be cool to have the option to make the background white. That way we could throw in like a fun little background as such, without it disappearing. I know there are ways to go about this. We could turn on the transparent, where is it at? Transparent, there we go. And then use that as a pass. But it would be nice if the background was just white. But okay. No idea why it is the way it is though. Understand what you mean? Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to get it out there. I should write like some sort of ticket sometime. Just see if there's a way to go about this. It is possible to change it for the starter file, but there should be a reason. There has to be a reason, right? That I'm just like oblivious to. Okay. Do we keep the beard? Okay, to those who voted in for the beard, do we keep it or do we keep the beard? Maybe, maybe not. Bones in Blender have the y-axis along the bone, and that was also because somebody thought it was a good idea. It wasn't? I see, okay. Sign the Ticket by Tiny Hinaki? And maybe there was there's a reason why it's set to black, but maybe it's worth raising it up. It softens his personality. Do you have a personality in mind? Ooh, I actually don't. Not at all. I do not have a personality in mind. I'm just going with the vibes. Maybe a bit like the bad guy from the first Hunger Games. Let me see. You're working on making the bone axis configurable per armature. Taking a while though, it's tricky. I see. Oh, the y-axis along the bone. Let me see. Oh, is that the default? Okay. Let me turn on the local. How do I do it? I'm currently taking up a course on rigging, and I'm already forgetting how to turn it on. Wait, where? Oh, viewport display. Oh no, how do I turn on the axis of the bone? Viewport display? Okay. Oh god. Do I need to have this selected? Uh-oh. Oh, this. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. Okay, I see what you're saying. There it is. I see. So are you planning to... Okay, but then in the armature, it's not per bone option? Okay. Oops. Oh, I see. Let me just turn on Rigify. Like this? Well, the world has Z up. Right, okay. By default, Blender's bone has Y up, while the world has Z up. Right, okay. Oh, so that was not... I see what you're saying now. So that was not intentional, as in, someone just thought it was a good idea, but you're saying it's not. I see. Y-axis pointing up, that's how you like it? No. We're Z up here, Recteller. I'm sorry, I'm dying on this hill. You get it? Yeah, okay. I think I get it now. Yeah. I see. So that was okay. So you're saying that is not a good idea. Okay. I see. Alright, then maybe it's worth bringing up the ambient occlusion thing then. Pick a personality, be intentional. You're right. Okay. Let's, I wanted this guy to be nonchalant. Whoa. Nonchalant. You want to believe that it was because of some industry standard, but maybe not. Right. Yeah, it could just be like you know, like maybe there weren't much thought put behind it. It could be one of those. Thinner beard would look better, like trimmed as 0. Okay. kind of hard, huh? What if we just do a stash? Too cool for school? I think too cool for school is a good personality trait, yeah? You know what? I'll lay off the beard. Maybe I'll just do. I'll just paint it in instead. I think a beard is a little too strong for this. For his personality, I think he needs to be a little bit more laid back. The funny thing is when you use Blender for your reflexes comes back and Z is up again. Hell yeah. Okay. We're cool again. We're cool again. Yeah, but. Fair enough. I was pretty shocked when because I used to work in Maya when I was in VFX school, and Z being up took me by surprise as well. So I'm not gonna pretend that I've always been Z up, but I am now. 5 o'clock shadow exactly. But for worlds, Y up doesn't make sense either in your opinion, I see. In Houdini, Y is up. Goatee. Z up was your first way of learning vectors, so when math class comes along, you were so confused. Ah. Maybe they were going by Maya or 3ds Max World Space. Bad habits are hard to kill. Yeah, I'm team Z up now. I'm convinced. Let's do a soft brush. And let's give him let's throw in some color zones real quick. So use desaturated. Yeah. Do one of these. Bad habits are hard to kill in Minecraft, of course. Of course in Minecraft. And the streets. The streets in Minecraft, not a good time. Thank you, Frictaler. Then we'll do something a little more yellower. Actually, no, I'll just make the middle segment more reddish instead. Did I say more yellower? Did I really just say that? No one heard that. Otherwise... never mind. More. You heard it? It was... and it was spelled more? The most yellowest. Stop. Alright, 50 push-ups. Now. Down. I'm gonna tinge. I want to make his eye bags a little purplish. Yellow. The center of the scar, a bit more reddish. Yes, absolutely. That will come. That is to come. All right, let me just paint the ears here. And then I'm just painting in the the colors real quick. We'll eventually dive into the shadowings and all of that stuff. It's like that, boom, boom. All right, that's a little bit too much. Oh, and by the way, if anyone here is new, you're just tuning in, I now go live every single day, and well, I'm currently working on a short film made mostly in Blender. It's called Red Feathers. Let me just drop that in. There we go. But you know, I've come to realize that after going live every day, documenting the process of the character creation of the protagonist, it's kind of got a little stale, which is why I've decided now to, instead of documenting the process every single day, I'll only document it when there's something to show, and then in between I'll just do one of these sculpts. So it'll keep me fresh, you know? When are you gonna turn on those super chats? As soon as I get the channel monetized. Which is also another reason why I do want to sculpt a little bit more, because people are watching the VODs and the watch times they're actually going up because of the sculpts. So I'm gonna be going in hard with that. And welcome to the stream, Kelly. Do you think it's okay to have one shape key for the x-axis for the eye movement and one shape key for the y-axis, like 0 for x is left and 1 for x is right, 0 for y is up, 1 for y is down? Ooh. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I don't see why not. It really depends on your application. Like, I could imagine you could just essentially do this the same thing with a simple bone attached to it, right? Like, kind of just you just want to find the midpoint of the eye. Let me just do. I think you know what I'm trying to say, but I'll just show it anyway. You do one of these. Okay, this is not the proper way to do it. Let's see. There we go. Right, you could just do that, and then have that parent to the bone instead. And you could do this. But I'm sure you have like an application in mind, right? But yeah, it depends, cause your eyes are planes, not spheres. Ah, okay. Well, you could get away with the bone technique if you were to rely on lettuce, so that, you know, whenever you move the bone, the shape of the eye conforms to the lettuce. But that's fine. I mean, if you know, for your application, if it works, it works. Really, at bottom. You know, at the end of the day, if it works, it works. So yeah. You think you'll try to do a sculpt along next time you tune in? Oh hell yeah, Phoenix. You think that's fine? You typically set up drivers to drive the shape key values from control bones anyway. Yeah, exactly. That could work as well. Exactly. I wish I knew how to do an example. It's been a while since I've done it, but let me see if I still remember it. I don't think I do. Okay, just imagine this, but proper, right? Could you do bone? How do you even set a driver anymore? You could copy and then paste driver? Do you copy a location? copy as new driver. Is it? It's been a while since I've done this. Paste driver. Oh, there you go. That works. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Right? That could work, but and then when you know, you could do the same for like the other position as well, and then yeah, you get what I'm saying. You see the vision, right? Carpe diem. But just do it a little bit better. Do some research on this, because I'm so out of touch with like all of the driver stuff. Nonchalant but very sus. With closed eyes. Have you seen the new select to lettuce? I don't think I have. Oh! Alright, yes, I've seen this. Yes. Yeah. It's really cool. I have. Naki, what do I think of 3D motion comics? Something that is not as difficult as full-blown animation, but has more dynamic power than a normal comic. A 3D motion comic. So it's... Oh, okay, I see. So it's like panels in motion? I think it's cool. I think that's very cool. What lighting settings do I have so I make the tiny eye shader work? Yours is reflecting... Oh, you just gotta turn on ray tracing down here. You just gotta turn this on. You're talking about this, right? The snow and rain character rig did that too? I see. There's a really nice rig available at Blender Studio now, which uses a lot of shape keys to get an appealing character that is easy to animate. Animation is not easy, but you get my point. Oh, you're talking about the one of oh no, what's his name? Is it Snow? Blender. And what is the new rig called? I know the little blonde kid, right? New rig. Storm. Okay. Yes. I see. I'm gonna have to check this out someday. I might have to... Yeah, I'll look into this someday. I'm currently learning how to do rigging through P2 Design. And I did want to look into this as well, to see which one I prefer to use in my short film. Storm, right, okay. Newer than snow, Storm. Pierrick is a good friend of yours? Damn. Right, I mean, that makes sense. By the way, if you guys didn't know who Dr. Zibrin is, he is the lead. Wait, I just want to double... I want to make sure. The lead in... Yeah, the lead in animation and rigging module in Blender. So... Yeah. Just FYI. Just FYI, yeah. So that makes sense. That makes sense. And yeah, I'm really loving the course right now. It's really good. Props to Pierrick. You're off for today. Take care, everyone. Bye, Marshall. Take care, take care. Thanks for dropping by, or thanks for watching this stream as per usual. That's a little too much. Little much in it. Let me just do that. Nope. Come on. Blender is really, really cool. I mean, true though. I'm not getting the colors right. Let me just do it again. Always a pleasure. Much respect to you and all your team, for real though. Huge props to the Blender devs. Okay, I think that's good enough of a flat color. Like a good base to start with. Yeah, let's make it a little pinkish. No, sorry, orangey. Let's make this higher. There we go. Alright, cool, that's good enough. And then we're gonna have to make the scar a bit reddish. Just like that. Yes, sir. Thanks, dude. Of course, of course. Just curious, how much longer do you plan on being live for? Ooh, good question. I wanted to end this in like... Oh, it's already almost 3 hours. I thought I could finish this in like 2 hours, but I think I'll be live for another maybe 10 minutes, and then I'll call it done. Okay, let me just lock in and just make this a little bit prettier. So let's just turn on the multiply. And for the shadowy areas, I think I'm gonna start with the bottom of the nose. Like that. And then we'll do the bottom of the lips. And the middle of the mouth. You can stay for a full stream again? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Right, and then we'll do the bottom of the eyes. Okay. Just color picking and then just constantly brushing to make the gradient smooth. Going to watch Subsurder's stream after yours. He is currently making an animation for a Viking Batman animation. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, I was checking out his stuff yesterday. Really cool stuff. Yet to do like a deeper dive, but yeah, so far I see why you enjoy his stuff. Really cool. And then let's do some of the highlights, though I feel like, before we do that, let's do another layer of multiply and yeah, make the strength a little lower. There we go. And some paint in some ambient occlusion. There we go. Yeah. Alright, and then I wasn't done with the hair, I just realized that. I wasn't done with it, but we're gonna have to make do. We don't have a lot of time. I gotta work on Red Feathers, the short film. Okay, here we go. Alright, now let's add in some details. Paint, multiply, not multiply, mix, and then think I want to add in some purplish hues. You downloaded correct 3D code for texture painting. Unfortunately, your potato PC can't handle texture painting in Blender. I see. How's 3D code going for you? Yeah, texture painting in Blender is a little performance intensive. I think it's a lot more kinder on vertex painting, like what I'm doing now. And the vertex paint is it's buttery. Oops. All right. You know what? Let me just add a multiply here. That's a bit too much. Smooth. Smear. Okay. It got a little better with the Vulkan thingy, also for sculpting. Right. Yes, but texture painting in it's not Blender's strong one of. Holy, can I English for like 2 seconds, please? It is not one of their stronger traits, for sure. But it has a lot of potential though. And plus, with Uku Paint, it's like it's so good. But performance-wise, yeah, it struggles. It struggles with bigger brushes and higher resolutions. So one way to go about that is to handle a lot of the base colors in vertex paint and then bake it on, bake it as a texture, and then maybe do the where is it at? You go to texture. Shit, my god. Texture paint, and then go to you could do a quick edit, throw it into Krita, and then paint over it. That could be a good way to go about it. Your PC doesn't support Vulkan? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Have you tried vertex painting splits? How does your PC handle higher vertex count in Blender? Because Blender has gotten a lot better with dealing with higher vertex count, but I don't know if that applies to your PC. Usually do 2K? Okay. I see. Alright, let me just go into the shaders. I'm pretty much done. I don't want to do too much more. The brows are a little basic. You know what? Let me just spice this up a little. Do one of these. Do I... Let's maybe like, add one of these, duplicate, separate, and then dissolve. Whoops. Let's pull that out. Is that weird? Spicy brows. Shouldn't the cut in the eyebrow be aligned with the scar? That's true. That is true. I'm gonna have to fix that. No hair where the scar is absolutely okay. I'll get on that. I will get on that. Something like that. It's a little much, but and then we'll convert to mesh. We'll do the same for this. Go to properties. I'll apply the mirror. Okay, and then let's move this around. Maybe you could have one like, you know, something like that. Hydrate, I will hydrate. It is a little weird. Cheers. Damn, that was a weak burp. Sorry about that. There we go. Yeah, that was like a burp and a half. Sorry. That was weak. Oh, okay, that's not so bad. You will not count that right. It was terrible. Not even a half? Was it even audible? Okay. Alright, now the hair's looking a little off, huh? Wait, what? Metallic BSDF? What? Wait, was this always here? Oh, it's the one with the thin film. Okay. Yeah, I gotta mess with that someday. The music was louder? Oh crap, okay, that is not ideal. Any update on that toot? Ooh. You know what, let me get like a few head sculpts in, then maybe I'll do like a live tutorial just for fun. Do we add blood? Metallic hair? Yeah. Do we add blood on this guy? Yes. Yes blood or no blood? And then, oh, damn it. That was not a burp either. And then I gotta end it. I've been live for 3 hours and 4 minutes. I had only intended for 2 hours and a half max. But here we are. Yes blood? Okay. So we went from this. We went from this to this to this to this. Alright, let's do blood. Call it yes blood. Alright, let's do a quick one. Paint. You finally get it? What would that look like? Oh. But I didn't turn on the 1 second, soft brush. Unified, no, not unified strength, unified colors. I want those. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Now give me the square brush. This looks beyond incredible. Hell yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, do one of these. I'm gonna have to smear that out. Boom. Smear. We'll do the asymmetry in a bit. Okay. Smear. More blood. Okay, let's turn on symmetry and do one of these. Hit someone with hit someone with the chin. You like the idea? He's got that strong chin. Smear. Fun little concept. Paint. Smear. Make his eyes bloodshot. Should his eyes be blue as well to match the hair? Tiny eye, there we go. Yes, you guys can get these eyes for free on my Gumroad, by the way. Wait, is this as okay. Do I have to tweak this? Scale. Ruby! Yo, Ruby, what's up? Welcome, Raiders. How you doing? Hey. Yo, hey, hello. How was the stream? I hope you had a good stream. What were you working on? What were you working on? Man, it's messy as hell. Veins, scale. There it is. No way, for real? Stream was just finish a goblin lady for bone? I see. For bone? Meaning like for rigging? You're gonna rig it, or you mean like the bony landmarks, or... Oh, stream was good, okay. I thought you meant like it was. Goons used to mean mafia henchmen. Now it has a whole a totally different meaning. Exactly. But I still call the henchmen in the short film goons. But yeah, the meaning has changed. And do you have any whips you'd like to share? Or is it still in the whip stage where you'd like to continue working on it before you share it? Oh, for bone? Okay. I see what you're saying. Oh my god. You gotta go feed the cats and head to bed. See you later. Bye, Dr. Servin. Really appreciate you dropping by the stream. Appreciate it. You have go take care of the cats. Yo, Upgrade, welcome to the stream. Hello. You can share, hell yeah. I'd love to see it. Oh, and by the way, for the raiders, this isn't any particular character. I'm just working on just a practice head sculpt. There isn't any concept that I'm following. I'm just doing, you know. So yeah, this isn't anybody. Here she is, hell yeah, let's see. Bye. Oh, okay. There we go. Alright, so this is what Ruby was working on, guys. Hell yeah. Now that's a goblin. And Tice knits, my dude. Tice knits. Yeah, as per usual, very cool stuff. Very cool. And if you guys, you guys probably already know who Ruby is. I'm pretty sure, but in case you're not following and you like what you just saw, then yeah, I implore you to check him out. What was that? Check him out, drop a follow. Funky hair, hell yeah. Thanks, yeah, of course. Oh yeah, and if you gotta go eat and stuff, you know, as per usual, feel free to. And I'm about to end the stream, actually. I was about to. So I hope that doesn't bother you guys, but for the raiders, in case you're unaware, I go live every single day. And I'm going to be sculpting a lot more. I'm going to be working on some, these random characters every now and then because, well, the initial plan for me, whenever I decided to go live every day was to document every single step of the protagonist that I'm working on right now for the short film. But the problem is that there are days where, you know, the progress is so slow, where there's really nothing much to show on stream. It's just like a repetition of the previous stream. So instead of, you know, going live every day to showcase the same thing over and over again, I've decided that I'll only stream about the protagonist when there's something to show. Yeah, so okay, there's not a lot of resolution for me to play with, right? So the blood is looking a little underwhelming right now. See, I'll be going live more often. I'll take this as an opportunity for me to brush up on my sculpting skills, because every time I go on a long break from sculpting, my skills, as per usual, like as for anyone here, I believe, you know, my skills would deteriorate, and I'll just take this as an opportunity for me to prevent the deterioration, right? Just call it stylized blood and then you're good. Fair. Exactly, it is stylized blood, guys. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna call this done. I'm gonna copy over this head, just so that we have options. Let me just how do I do this? Data transfer object. What is it? Vertex data colors. Oh. Hey, what? Color attribute, color v2. There we go. Can I generate that over? Is it gonna... Yeah, okay. So now we have two options. V2. Is it gonna work? Please? I don't think it worked. Let me try it again. Data transfer. Vertex data, colors. Color v2. I'll do topology. I don't know if that makes a difference. Oh, did it work? Oh. Bro, haven't slept for several nights, right? Hey, Krilla. Time for foods. I will lurk until the end. Thanks, Ruby. Thank you, thank you. Oh, and Bubbles. I'm sorry I said 10 minutes, right? I was supposed to end, but, got a little carried away. Oh, why does it disappear when I... Oh, do I have to apply this so that it doesn't go away? Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, now we have two options. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, but you're fine. Okay, okay. I am ending soon, though. Let me just light this, and then we'll officially be done. So, let's light this up real quick. I'll give him maybe a nice little rim light as such. Then we'll do an area light. No, let's maybe do a sunlight instead. Something like that. And maybe his eyes should be blue. Let's do copy, paste. A little too bright. And maybe let me just mess around a little with the lights. Do one of those, and then you come back from your meeting and the too cool for school guy is a murderer, or at least a witness to one. Yeah, he is whatever you want him to be. He is just that versatile of a dude. Oh, I didn't give him lashes. I knew something was off. Okay, let's do that like real quick. Let's do this. And then we'll extrude. The chin tapper. He one-taps people with his chin. You know what we all should do? We should do like a weekly thing where we give ourselves like a personality, like a personality sheet that we then have to like do a sculpt of. Just a head, you know? Let's link that to materials and then mirror. Random selections, good idea, right? A self-portrait? What? You think I'm this vicious of a murderer? What the heck? You think I'm a killer? Maybe. You got me. In Minecraft. Okay, the light is getting in the way. Get out of here. Get out. Alright, good enough, good enough. What the hell? Okay. Let's light this up. Actually, it's kind of nice like this. Maybe I'll utilize the HDRI. Just do that. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty. Then maybe I'll do just a tiny bit of sun. Like that. Looks at sculpt and size, everything reminds you of her. Oh my god. Alright, splits. Alright now. Okay, now let's do color management, high contrast. Maybe we'll up the saturation a little bit. You know, maybe the blood is a little bit too in the way, huh? Oops. There we go. Is that better? It's like stained. I feel like it's a little too intrusive, right? What happened? You came back and you see blood all over this character? Yeah. He got a little mad. Okay. Yeah, that's really it, actually. Let me just move that aside. Move that in. And that's it. Bro, just like you for real? Okay, what do you guys think? With or without blood? This is without. This is with. Then we'll touch it up with both. Probably without. Okay. Both as in like in between. 0.5. Width looks pretty cool. You think both looks pretty cool? Okay. I mean, sorry, width looks pretty cool? Okay, okay. What about like a tinge? You agree with both? Okay. Alright, both it is. And then we'll do post FX. We'll do bloom. The mandatory bloom. Photographer. No! Am I lagging? Uh-oh. Okay. Are we good? Are we good? Did I lag? Did I lag out? Oh my god. Is that gonna kill the stream? Oh my god. Did that kill the stream? Okay, okay. Bro. It's fine for you? Okay, okay, okay. Holy shit. Bruh. Can a guy get a bloom without any lag? I didn't lag a lot. Okay, but I hope the stream isn't like hella delayed right now. It's good, right? It's not like super delayed. Oh my god. What is Edward doing here? Okay. Now let's do back facing.
这是非常好的 chili sauce.
Hey, 谢谢. Read me. Oh, sorry. Okay, do it again. Do it again, Frictaler. Do it again. Do it again. Ooh, I'm sensing a slight delay. Test. Okay. Test. Okay, it's taken a while to appear on stream, but I can't. I do see your message before it appears on stream. So was that bad? Is that okay? It's okay? Oh shit. Did I not duplicate all of them? Okay, let's duplicate that. Convert to mesh, join, inflate, flip, make materials. There we go. Do we do outline? Do we want that? Outline, yay or nay? Manageable? Okay. I think that kind of messed with the stream a little, but it's fine. We're about to end anyway. I'm just having fun with like random crap now at this point. Outline, yay or nay? Both. Outline definitely yay? Okay, okay. Both. The classic both. When in doubt, just say both, right? Yay, divide that hair. Divide that hair. I think outlining the scar would be pretty cool. You press both. Alright. Yay it is. Let's see. Alright, I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Yay. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah. Alright. These eyes remind you of a model that you made once as a portrait of a girl you liked? Oh. Interesting. How could I forget? Oh my god. How could I forget this? GG's for today's session? Hell yeah. GG's indeed. I had really fun with this. I'm gonna do this more often, for sure. Several months after you deleted it. You deleted it after you guys argued? Oh no. Oh no. What happened? But are you guys like on good terms, or is that done? I don't want this to cast any shadows. I don't want it to appear in any glossiness. You accidentally reloaded your page? Uh-oh. Stream confessions. Gonna make it by memory again with a new level of skill. Girls come and go, models stay. I see. Okay, by that I can kind of get a picture of where things are between you guys. Isn't there like an option to turn off visibility in glass? Is it in cycles? Oh, transmission, there it is. Glossy. Wait, what? Yeah, whatever, that's good enough. Okay, GG's. Alright, so here is the sculpt. A little I don't know how to feel about this. I'm not mad about it though. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, but I thought I could do this in under 3 hours. How silly. But we'll probably try this again. I'll probably have to figure out a few shorthands, stop stalling, and yeah, we'll eventually get like a lot quicker than I am today. GG's guys. If anyone here was working along, good job, well done. Sick result, thank you. Yeah, appreciate y'all for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll be live again tomorrow at the same time. Here is the schedule. I go live every single day. I'll be back tomorrow, probably not for red feathers, but for another sculpt like this, another stylized sculpt. Probably tackle a female tomorrow. And we have a Discord, feel free to join us over there. Excellent work today, thank you. Thank you. You're so cool, man, thank you, I appreciate that. And yeah, I really appreciate you for watching. I'm probably gonna go raid somebody. Let me just pause. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna end it on the YouTube side. Hydrate. Oh shit, I promise I will hydrate once I end the stream. I'm out of water, I promise you, okay? And could you... Oh, right. See what you sent in the work-alongs. Of course. Before I go, let's see what they sent in the work-alongs. There we go. Drew these two lads for an art project idea you had a while ago. It's amazing. I really love your style bubbles. So you have a really distinct style. And let's look into 2D art, just make sure that no boobas were will pop up. There we go. Oh, wait, who did this? This is sick. Yeah, I'm in streamer mode right now, but whoever shared this earlier, I believe, was someone on YouTube. Good job with this. Very cool. Ooh. Maestro. Alright, thanks for sharing, guys. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna end it on the YouTube side, and we're probably gonna go rate somebody on Twitch. Bye-bye, see y'all tomorrow.